Okie dokie. So, as we said, with your bad shots with the driver, and in some ways with the bunker shots, you were getting quite steep. Yeah. With the bunker shots that we discussed out there, you're getting quite heavy into the sand, taking a lot of energy going straight down, ball would go nowhere, okay? Yeah. With the driver, that was kind of your bad shot, cutting off to the right there. Yeah. And then what you then did to help that, and probably not consciously, but your right-hand grip underneath causes the ball to go left. Now, you may have watched some videos, if you get a strong grip, it hits the ball to the left. So when YouTube and anything else, or mates have said something, so you kind of got two wrongs making a right. And when that happened is when all going lovely and great, the ball kind of goes fairly straight, but in your case will go low, okay? Because you've got a lot of club head speed and you give it a good old smack, which is great. You can kind of get away with it to a point on a good day. When it's off, it's left and right, like all over the place, okay? So what we're going to try to do is eliminate the movement in your goal swing that's causing that. And if we look at the backswing on the left-hand side here, now as you go back, knee going forward, a lot of weight going onto that left foot, left arm now really, really high, up over your sort of, up over your head there, okay? In an ideal world, that left arm will be more along with your shoulders there, okay? So more on this line. So because of that steeper angle of attack as you come in the golf ball here now, that club's coming down very, very abruptly from the outside, very much open, and just a very low shot to the right there. Then your grip sort of comes in and squares the club face up, and it's just a low, That's kind of the normal, natural way your arms just, if you just sort of have your arms and just collapse from there, that would sort of be natural. You wouldn't naturally, if you put your elbows onto the table, you wouldn't have a hand kind of that round there. It wouldn't feel natural holding your hand this way, because this wrist is then kind of bowing, okay? Just clap your hand in, that's kind of how your arm would want to be, wouldn't it? That's a natural grip, that's where your hands sort of hang down normally, okay? So we've got to try and get in that position and then replicate that to the goal swing, okay? So we look at your backswing as you were there. There's your old backswing. The feeling we said now is try and get more on your right side. There's your new backswing. I'm sure you watch a bit of golf on TV. Yeah. That looks a far better position there. Yeah. Okay, club is a little bit closed, which we would expect because obviously your grip. But if we hit shots from that position here now, what we want to start seeing as a golfer, we're just doing this to start with. Yeah. And once it starts going this way on a consistent basis, then we can start tweaking the grip, but tweaking the grip in the right way. And I'll explain in a couple of seconds when we talk about the grip, because a lot of guys, they'll just get your hand over the top. And what they'll do is, watch my, they go, look at this, and now your shoulders are wrong. Just understanding how we change the grip position, not just smothering your hand over. Yeah. Yes, your hand is underneath, but we don't just do that because your elbow, your wrist and all these get position. You just drop the club further down to your fingers, so it just sits in the fingers more. Okay. If I said to you when you pick up your golf bag, how do you hold it in your right hand? It kind of just sits there in the fingers. You wouldn't have it this way, but then likewise you wouldn't then try and because that's for that position, okay? So you put it in a position in your fingers where it will naturally just sit down there rather than trying to smother over, okay? But we can look at that maybe in more detail, maybe next lesson if we start getting this ball going left. But if we look at that movement now as you come back in the golf ball, a much better angle. Let's see the shaft now, not shot exactly, coming in now from the inside. Good strike of the golf ball, going a bit left because of the grip obviously, and then swinging through. Now, the last couple, that was up on its toe there nicely, okay? I think at the moment, because you're trying to get on your right side, you just hung back a little bit, so the ball would go a bit to the left there, okay? But like I say, to cure a slice, you first got to start in the golf ball left, and then you can change the reasons why it was going to the right there, okay? That kind of makes sense there, yeah? Yeah. So stick with the grip it is now, so it feels comfortable. Right. Get that club face working, or get the club itself working back better over your right shoulder. Your checkpoint for you.
Just go down to Bridge End Range.
And just hit some shots. Yeah, just hit some shots. Yeah, just get the self. I mean, if there's any mirrors down the range, I'm not sure there are. No, yeah. Hit some golf balls down there. I mean, if needs be, and what I said to all the guys I teach, if you want to go down there, if you know where you miss or you whatever, mates, whatever, just film it, film your swing and send the swing to me. So what's it looking like? And what I would envisage is that's kind of where you're at now. That's kind of where you've got to. You'll probably end up swinging the golf club somewhere in between the two. Okay? So by a bit of practice, we can start sort of pulling it down to get it more down towards here, rather than if you don't practice or go out on the golf course, it goes back to default. So if you're going to play badly, you want to play badly feeling comfortable, don't you? Yeah. It's kind of logical, I suppose. So yeah, so if you go on the range, stick your phone on the back of a range somewhere or on a bag or whatever, just take a few vids and just send them to me on videos, emails or WhatsApp, whatever, and say, look, how's it looking? And I can sort of say yes, no, good, bad. Or sometimes what I have found in the past, guys have sent me vids and I go, okay, that's great, but now you're starting to do this for some reason, so just be careful of that, whatever it may be. So I don't want you to get
on the one thing.
Exactly, and I want to make sure that when you're doing this motion, you're doing it as you are today correctly, not cheating it by doing it something else.
It's weird because I'll go down the range and I'll hit 10 out of 15 balls straight as a die 250.
Yeah.
But then what is the reason that I'm hitting the other ones wonky as hell?
Your club head speed, there's a slight margin for error. Okay, the one thing you'll find on the drive range is you are going to be set up perfectly. So your setup is going to be one variable that you want to have on the golf course that could cause the ball to go left and right. But on the range, when you've got yourself set up there, a lot of times I think it depends. I mean, the 5 bad shots could be the first 5, middle 5, or a combination of all over the place. But we often find once you get in a groove and you're hitting shots quite regularly, you kind of figure out what the club needs to do. Okay, and if your swing is reliant on that's going to send the ball to the left, that's going to send the ball to the right, those two things match up, you get the ball straight. So 3 or 4 you might get going quite well, and then if we're honest with you, we tend to see guys hit a lot of balls quite quickly. So you get knackered, you're sort of sweating and you just get a bit out of breath, or a bit tired and fatigued, and your arms don't work as well, and then you hit a bad shot, then you're pissed off, another bad shot, then you go, oh, I go back and just put the club in the bag and give someone talking to, then you go back to some good shots again. So in your practice session, when you get on the range, I would try to, if you can, 1 ball a minute.
Right.
Don't try and hit 10 in a minute.
I'll hit 2 buckets of balls an hour.
So what's that, 120, 130 golf ball? Yeah, so that's basically 30 seconds of ball. And if you think about a golf ball, the ball's in the air for your spin's a bit low. It's going to, by the time the ball's hit and finishes rolling, that's probably about 10-ish seconds. Okay, so between the ball being hit, that's 10 seconds. Getting the ball picked up off the tee, setting up again, you're in another one. That's quick, isn't it? Yeah. I would try to get it down to 1 a minute. I'd rather you do 60 balls in an hour if you're down there for an hour, or even 30 balls in 30 minutes, and get a quality practice rather than just as many as you can.
Yeah, sometimes I picked up a ball before one even lands on the floor. Like
Exactly. Exactly. I've seen that before. Yeah, guys with a massive size. Oh, fucking grab the ball. And there's nothing.
That's exactly.
Yeah. So try to slow things down. In terms of the movement, and in terms of the time between shots, because the quicker you get between shots, the worse you get. So. Okay, mate. Yeah.